We all love superheroes, right? But there are some superheroes in our real life too. They are the individuals who perform amazing feats to save countless individuals. And also, they do this without any superpowers. So today, to do something topical, the doctors of comics have entered to our new battle stadium to fight coronavirus. But we have to select the right and powerful team who will be fighting the novel virus. So to select them, I have held a battle against them. So let's see who would win, Marvel or DC. So from DC we have Dr. Midnight, and from Marvel side we have our Dr. Octavius, more commonly known as Dr. Octopus. Round 1. Origins. Dr. Midnight was a young surgeon who was blinded when a grenade went off in front of him, but he found that he could see in the dark. He often pretends to be a helpless blind man, but the truth was, he made a special goggles that allow him to see in the daylight. After getting his unique ability, he decided to use his powers to fight crime. As we know, Dr. Octavius designed a set of highly advanced mechanical arms which was controlled by a brain computer. Actually, it was designed to assist him with his research into atomic physics. But everything went wrong when his tentacle-like arm started controlling him, and hence became a villain of Spider-Man. Well, Octo's youth was spent on studies, and finally when he tried to do something different, he became evil. Whereas Midnight was just blown by a bomb and boom, got his powers. Not bad, but still, Dr. Octavius wins the round 1. Round 2. Intelligence. Of course I had to introduce you a new level, because we are here talking about doctors. It means it's a PhD fight. Midnight is a great physician, scientist, and of course a doctor. He has high-level intellect and can perform a number of tasks regarding science. He is also known as the 5th smartest person in the world. Whereas Octavius was a brilliant inventor and lecturer, a brilliant engineer, and also a doctor. He is also a superb strategist and charismatic leader. As mentioned before, Midnight is a brilliant doctor and gifted physician. So Midnight wins by the intelligence as he is the world's 5th smartest person. Round 3. Powers. As told before, Dr. Midnight has a perfect night vision, which means he has the ability to see in the dark, and is also a superb athletic, also knows hand-to-hand combat, and has some pet owls. One of his owls keeps a mini camera around his neck that can feed video directly to display in his goggles. Whereas Dr. Octopus' tentacle-like arms are his powers. The arms allows Octavius to move rapidly over anywhere, even upside down. He has also employed an armed bodysuit which enables him to breathe underwater. He has also developed psychokinetic telepathic control over an army of Octobots. Well, the answer is obvious. Midnight just has some owls, can see in dark, and most importantly, is the smartest person just like Octopus. But Dr. Octavius has his arms which can help him in many ways. So the results are, Octopus wins from Midnight. So DC's Mr. Terrific and Marvel's Hank McCoy has entered the stadium for the round 1, which is Origins. The accidental deaths of Mr. Terrific's wife and unborn child are a devastating blow to him. While trying to suicide, he meets a guy named the Spectrum, who tells him about the Terry Sloan, the Golden Age superhero known as Mr. Terrific. Inspired by Terry's life story, he takes the name Mr. Terrific and later joins the current Justice Society of America, eventually serving as its chairman. Whereas Hank's father, Norton McCoy, is employed at a local nuclear power plant before his birth and was once exposed to intense nuclear radiation which appears to have caused his son's mutation. Hank is born with vast intellect, unusually long arms and legs, and unusually long hands and feet. Rather than Hank's father's exposed with nuclear power story, I liked Mr. Terrific's. So Mr. Terrific wins the round 1. Round 2. Intelligence. At a very young age, Mr. Terrific shows a remarkable intelligence. Before he begins his career as a superhero, he already possesses 14 PhDs. He knows thousands of languages and has a unique ability of picking up complicated skills quickly and retaining them, such as performing emergency surgery on teammate Alan Scott after reading the procedure in the medical textbook. whereas Hank's mutation powers possesses neogenous characteristics, which may explain him having a genius-level intellect. He's the person who displays uncommon intellectual ability and creative productivity. Hank must be born with mutant abilities and also intelligence, but still Mr. Terrific is 10 times more intelligent than Hank the Beast. So Mr. Terrific wins the round 2. Round 3. Powers. No certain powers, but yes, Mr. Terrific is aided with his T-Spheres. Yeah, floating robotic orbs with multiple functions such as holographic projection, laser projection, and recording, communication, linking with and manipulating other electronic devices from satellite to electronic logs. They also allow Terrific to fly by bearing his weight and of course can be used as weapons. On the other hand, Hank has animal-like physiology with super sharp claws and teeth. He also possesses superhuman strength, speed, and agility. He is an excellent hand-to-hand combat fighter. His unique style of fighting came from his training he received from Professor Xavier and Captain America. Well, everyone who are mutants have these common powers, such as speed, strength, agility, as the Beast has. Whereas Mr. Terrific has something real good, a spear which can do anything. So Mr. Terrific wins by hand. So our next doctors from Marvel and DC are Thomas Wayne and Victoria Montesi. Yeah, Batman's father was a doctor, and yes, he entered the round 1, which is origins to fight Victoria. In the alternate timeline of Flashpoint, a robber killed the young Bruce Banner rather than his parents. As a result, Thomas Wayne wished revenge, so took up to mental of Batman. But unlike his son, he's far more ruthless in his actions as he is happy to kill any criminal that gets in his way. On the other hand, Darkhold pages from the Book of Sins introduce readers to Dr. Victoria. The Montesi line was long ago selected her as the Guardians of the Darkhold. She was a young doctor with unexpected dark ties to the elder god Chthon. Even after Victoria learned she was Chthon's daughter, she still maintained her youth as a doctor to preserve and protect life. So Thomas Wayne wins the origins as there's nothing surprising in Victoria's origins. Round 2. Intelligence. Thomas is super genius, knows the art or science of restoring or preserving health. As a businessman mind and as a doctor, he's also able to heal himself. Whereas Victoria was trained to aid everyone. She has enchanted intelligence, which means she got intelligent with help of some dark enchantments. So Victoria wins the round 2 as Victoria is smarter than Thomas Wayne. Actually, it's just because of her enchantments. Round 3. Powers. Thomas Wayne has tons of weapons and gadgets, especially has lots of vehicles in his Batcave as he is now Batman. He also knows hand-to-hand combat and also has an Amazon sword and some kind of fear gas of Scarecrow. As told before, Victoria is a trained doctor and has unlimited martial arts training, which was taught by his lover Nash Salvato. Well, her body acts as a gateway through which Chthon's powers was being channeled to the Darkhold. Well, the truth is, Thomas Wayne's origins and powers are cool, but Victoria has a Darkhold book. She can do anything with her magics. So Victoria wins by Batman. Before getting into the 4th battle against Dr. Manhattan and Anthony Drude, why don't you join my clan by subscribing my channel today? Because in this channel, you will get a lot of interesting lists and battle series like this one. Anyways, let's get into the round 1, which is origins. Well, Dr. Manhattan is not a medical doctor, but instead, he's a nuclear physicist. This was a career path he placed upon by his father who was a watchmaker. After he decided that their business was out of date, this was after the dropping of atomic bomb and hence became the Dr. Manhattan. Anthony on the other side is a well-trained psychiatrist and explorer as well as a minor telepath and magician. He has minor magical abilities that have been mixed over the years. He is also an expert on supernatural, having been trained by Tibetan Lama who had come to the USA for medical attention. Many years later, Anthony discovered that the Lama was in fact the Ancient One. He selected Anthony as a backup in case of his glowing Doctor Strange field. And later, he also joined the Avengers, but due to being possessed, he was kicked out. Nah, there's nothing exciting in Dr. Manhattan's origins or in Anthony's. But still, there should be a winner, right? So Anthony wins the round 1 because his origin is little bit better than Manhattan. Round 2. Intelligence. Dr. Manhattan knows everything. He can see the future, past and obviously present. He knows everything what is happening in the universe. So if you are talking about knowledge in general, Dr. Manhattan takes the cake. He's got much better senses and has more storage space for knowledge. After all, he's a god. Whereas Anthony, in other hand, was born and raised in England. Left to further his studies in the United States of America, where he attended Harvard University. He earned an MD from Harvard, degree in psychology and became a psychiatrist. Come on, it's very easy to choose. Manhattan is a god now. No one has better knowledge than him. So who would win? A god or Dr. Magician? The answer is Dr. Manhattan. He wins the round 2. Round 3. Powers. Manhattan's powers includes matter manipulation including his own body, telekinesis, teleportations and constructions. Can grow his body to various sizes and most importantly can time travel. Anthony has a variety of psionic abilities including telepathy, which enables him to scan or project his thoughts to any mind on earth, and the ability to perform mass hypnosis, telepathy, telekinesis, nature control, etc. No matter how much powerful you are, it doesn't even matter that you can control others' bodies or teleport. Yes, I'm talking about you, Anthony. If you are fighting a guy who can time travel, you are definitely going to lose. So Dr. Manhattan wins by Anthony. Now it's the final battle against two teams with equal points. So let's see who would win the last one. Soranik versus Dr. Faiza Hussain. Round 1. Origins. She is the daughter of Sinestro. Dr. Soranik Netu is a highly skilled surgeon from the planet Karaku. She was selected to become a Green Lantern and has had to overcome her people hate for Green Lanterns. When Faiza Hussain was struck down by an experimental weapon, when she woke, she discovered she now had the ability to manipulate matter, especially organic matter. During the invasion, she was drawn to the resting place of legendary sword of King Arthur, Excalibur. She pulled out the sword from the stone and fought alongside greatest superheroes. No doubt both solutions are weak, but the original like is Miss Excalibur's. So the winner of the round 1 is Faiza Hussain. Round 2. Intelligence. Dr. Natu's medical abilities are quite extensive. Being a surgeon, she has proven to be quite effective in other medical fields. Her medical training also gives her a sharply analytical mind. Talking about intelligence, she possesses an encyclopedic knowledge on a wide variety of topics. Whereas Faiza Hussain is the only daughter of a family of Pakistani heritage, who was a London-based Muslim medical doctor with high-level intellect and appears to have a wide variety of knowledge of superhuman population. Talking about intelligence, Excalibur Girl is no match to this Yellow Lantern lady, as she possesses an encyclopedic knowledge on a wide variety of topics, so she wins the round 2. Round 3. Powers. As we all know, the ring is powered by the willpower. However, if anyone wears a ring, grants themselves a variety of powers from shrinking objects to turning people invisible. Just like others, she can also construct a shield to block any attack, a sword to cut a rope or even heads. Oh, that went dark. She can even construct chains to catch prisoners or a machine gun just like this one. On the other hand, Faiza Hussain is able to disassemble a human body into its component parts. She is seen to use these powers not only on living organisms but also on other kinds of materials like Black Knight's clothes. The extent and classifications of these powers are not yet been revealed, but Black Knight described them as purely defensive. And after wielding the sword, she also gains the ability to kill anyone, including gods, immortals and spirits. Okay, it's the results time, and trust me guys, this one is really complex. Both powers are gained from objects. Excalibur can kill anyone, gods to spirits and immortals to devils. But maybe Green Lantern's shield production can protect her from her sword. But I'm not fully sure about that. So here's a tie. To find out a winner, here's a bonus level, which is weaknesses. Talking about Green Lanterns, Their main weaknesses of the ring lies in the mental strength of the wearer. It also has a weakness against yellow objects, though this can be overcome if the wearer is strong enough, whereas Faiza Hussain has none. So she wins the round 4. Now it's the calculation time. DC Comics has 2 points, whereas Marvel has 3. So it's obvious. Marvel wins the day. And yeah, now they're gonna find antidote to the coronavirus. So to support them, just stay home and stay safe. And also, if you enjoyed this episode and you are excited to see more versus battle like this one, then why don't you check out my battle playlist? And if you think this episode was nice or good enough, then why don't you share your thoughts by liking this video and sharing this video? Because this helps us in a marvelous way.